So I was out today with the land warden. We tried to find a sick and injured eagle, but we could not. It evaded capture. So they're going to go back this week and try to find it and try to help it so it can get rehabilitated. We did find some eagles' feathers that are starting to molt. So we'll add that. But we did find a dead a carcass under a tree in the forest. So I'm gonna see what I can do with these feathers. If it's salvageable, the bones will go to the land warden. I'm gonna boil them and clean them, and then the feathers will keep to give to the elders, but we'll see here. So for example, you can see they come right off the carcass. Oh yeah. And that stuff, this hair, this material has to come off, but that'll come off in the wash. It's got these little beetles on it. It's already working on the, can you see this little guy? It's making a run for it. We'll put him outside. No point in having him harmed in any way. Get in there. Let's see, so okay, I just stripped all the meat off. That's dead, rotting meat. It doesn't really smell. The bugs have been at it. These feathers, see, I can tell right away. You give it a tug. These quills are still in there. These are salvageable. So this is going to go in the cleaning pile. All these feathers are salvageable. This came right off the bird. Yep. It's garbage. Garbage. Some of it, I don't even know what some of this stuff is. That's hair. Yep, this needs to be cleaned and washed, so that's part of the wing done. We're gonna work our way. Here's the tail feather. Look, I can't, this meat, so see the tail feather? All the meats come off of it. So these tail feathers, I'm gonna pull off singly. Get all the stuff off it. It's gonna take a while. You gotta do each feather. So I'm on my way. The thing is that what we were looking at is this wing salvageable? And as I look in here, it's not. I can tell right away the meat has been eroded on it. This wing tip won't be salvageable, so I'm gonna pull all the feathers off. The feathers are salvageable, the bones are, but the meat, it got eaten up. And there's nothing holding it together. See, it just comes right apart. So sadly, no wings will be saved from this, but all these feathers, they will be saved, cleaned, steamed, and given away. So I'm gonna start pulling everything apart, and I will show you guys later. And yeah, and I don't keep any of this. I don't give any of this to people. This all goes to workers and local elders and stuff, and to my community that I serve, and they do whatever they need to do. I don't have any control of to what happens with it. So I just clean and I just gather and clean. That's my role. So I hope that to show you guys, and you can see the see these little bugs. These little guys clean all the bones. There's another little one there. They're all over here. So there's little bugs all in this stuff, and it's eating away the meat because that's what they do. That's why it doesn't smell. See all these little guys here? That's gross, I know, but that's nature. And they don't harm anything. So I'll just put them all into a little pile and put them in the garbage. They're nature's little janitors. So that's okay. But we're gonna salvage the feathers. So I'm gonna get back to you when everything's done. Okay, I pulled off all the tail feathers and I stripped all the meat off of them, and I pulled here's the tailbone, so that'll go to the land warden. These I'm gonna clean. This is off a juvenile bird. I'll clean all these and this will go to some elder or something, because I can't do much with tail feathers, but they can. So these are gonna clean up, but you see the tips? They're pretty mangled a little bit. Tail feathers get a lot of abuse because when they walk on the ground, they drag. So they get a little chewed up. Anyway, when they're cleaned, I think they're gonna look really good. So those are the tail feathers and the tail phone. And now I'm gonna move on to the wings. See all this? How it's eaten? These are all the little body feathers that are on the inside. And the bone structure goes here. None of this is salvageable, sadly. But these feathers, this is the first feather on the bird. And I pulled it off, and if you can look, there's nothing wrong with it. So I'll pull all these feathers off, but these smaller ones aren't gonna be salvageable. This is like the biggest feather on the bird, and you can just see the meat is pretty much gone from it. Look at that. Just need to wash it. How big that quill is. I have big hands too. That is a big feather. And it's perfect. Once it's cleaned and steamed, it's gonna be beautiful. So I'm just working with, but you can see there's no meat left on it. It's all desiccated and eaten. And I'm just pulling them off, cleaning them now. And I'm getting into here where those little feathers are, and I might be able to save some of them. I've saved some of them here, but some of these are pretty gross, right? Once you get that stuff on, it's over, right? So I'm gonna just keep working my way through and getting all the feathers, and then I got another wing to do. So I'll be at this for a few more hours. So this is what we were able to find. We went out looking for a sick and injured eagle, but we ended up finding one that had passed away instead. They're gonna go look for it again. It costs a lot of money to finance going in and finding and rescuing birds. It's hopefully something that people will be able to fund and help people get those sick birds to the owl rehabilitation and places like that. In the meantime, we were able to salvage all these, and these will just go to elders and culture workers that will be able to use these in our community. Again, I don't have anything to do with these other than I clean them and steam them. They're in my home for a brief moment, and then they're gone. So that's my reward. And yeah, the communities will get a chance to get all these gifted to them, and they're not steamed or cleaned. So I still got to do all that and make them look really, really nice, but they're in great shape. Having come off a bird that had been deceased and we found under a tree, and some pine cones and dropped on it and everything. So it was hard to see. I don't know how the land warden saw it, but he did. Anyways, this is it. That's it. It's almost midnight. I left here at like 8 this morning, and I'm gonna relax now and have some tea and go to bed.